Many of us can agree that children do not belong in the kitchen, at least while unsupervised. Hi, my name is Bryce Ballou, and today I will be talking about the importance of teaching your kids how to cook. I've had many years of research on this topic and I've taken culinary classes myself. Today I bring up three main points: why you should cook at home, why you should teach your kids how to cook, and the most daunting of all, how to teach them. So why should you cook at home? According to bigthink.com, there are a few different reasons. Avoiding processed foods, of course, being one of them. Cooking at home helps you save money. In a study done by Pricenomics, they claimed that the average cost of delivery was about $20. Comparatively, the cost of a home-cooked meal was only $4, 5 times less. Having a home-cooked meal tends to help you enjoy your food more. The U.S. Department of Agriculture also claims that a home-cooked meal helps you take in less calories and more nutrients. Now, of course, cooking can always be stress relieving. So now that we've talked about why to cook at home, why should our kids learn? According to thekidscookmonday.org, there are a few different reasons. Exposure to cooking helps them develop a more mature palate, a taste for fresher ingredients, less processed foods, less fatty foods, stuff like that. Teaching them how to cook is a valuable time to teach them about the different food groups, the different impacts of different foods in the environment, what kind of nutrients they need, teach them about obesity, as well as they could start early on getting an appreciation for healthier food choices and may start to make those choices on their own. Cooking with your kids also helps develop less picky eaters. Kids have a sense of pride and ownership in what they've created and of course want to try what they have done. At this time, you could encourage them to use different vegetables, different seasonings, stuff like that. Encourage them to see what they like. Having them cook with you also builds their self-confidence. Children want to be acknowledged. They want to feel accomplished and have a sense of responsibility, and this is the perfect time to give it to them. Most important of all, it helps develop life skills. Cooking, which of course they will appreciate forever. Culture, depending on what you're cooking. Teaches them math, science, language and communication, and helps develop their fine motor skills. And so now that we've talked about why they should learn, let's talk about how. According to nutritionstudies.org, there are different stages at which you should teach them, but two important things to remember at all times: their physical and mental capabilities. Can they pick up that pot of water, or will they understand the instructions? And two, always be aware of what you have in your kitchen, the different possible dangers that they could come across. Now, children younger than 3, you can't teach them much, of course, but you can try to teach them about cleanliness, washing their hands and cleaning up after themselves. Between the ages of 3 and 5, you could show them the difference in utensils, wet and dry measuring cups, how to measure a cup of water, how to get the excess ingredients off of a dry measuring cup with the back of a butter knife. Use the butter knife to show them how to cut vegetables. It can just be baby carrots, something simple. You can also show them how to whisk, and if you're counting things like eggs, have them count with you, help them develop their math. Between the ages of 5 and 7, they could take on a little bit more technical activities. Measuring, peeling, grating, pouring, mixing. You could have them help you set the table. Or, with supervision of course, and the appropriate size, you could show them how to use a sharp knife. Now, between the ages of 8 and 11, they can do simple, straightforward recipes. You can also teach them how about meal planning, about the different things they can have on their menus. Show them how to be prepared for the week. You can show them how to use an oven or a stove, new equipment, new utensils, but also the dangers with each, like a blender or a can opener. Teach them patience, how to do one task at a time, cooking times, cooking temperatures, measuring ingredients, having ingredients. Ages 12 and up, they could take on complex recipes, or at least start to. Encourage them to start working on their own, get creative, improvising. Help them be able to do it without you. Today I've talked about why you should cook at home, why you should teach your kids how to cook, and of course, how to teach them, probably the most difficult of all. It may be difficult, it may be daunting, and it may at times be a hassle. But you don't always have to do fast food, and a lot of times it could be a simple recipe, a grilled cheese, it could be hot dogs, something that they might enjoy. I encourage you to go out there and teach them something they'll appreciate for the rest of their lives.